Come on here. All right, I've got something going. I just got a coffee here. Okay, this is a Cafe Suida, which is a coffee made with condensed milk. It's Vietnam's favourite. Aussies in Vietnam. I am an Aussie in Vietnam, and today I'm going to talk about retiring. We've talked about retiring before, but I want to talk about one special aspect of retiring, and that is, don't do it. I know it sounds stupid, but you'll understand what I mean if you watch the whole video. So, in my previous video, and I'll put a link up there somewhere to the video, you'll see that I have had a lot to say about the difficulties of retiring in Vietnam. So today I thought I'd show you, and you can hear it, and I've got my camera sitting beside me actually looking out, and we'll pass over to that camera. The constant unrelenting noise of Vietnam. Oh dear, it is unrelenting. Whether it's cars, trucks, karaoke, factories, construction, because it's so hot here in southern Vietnam, construction and the like happen at night time. So you go to bed, and then next door to you, you've got boom, 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 boom until like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, because they work overnight. Because in Ho Chi Minh City, for example, it could be 26 degrees overnight, but it's 35 during the day. And so construction workers choose to work over night time because it's easier to work, of course. And also it doesn't rain as much. There you go again. I'm telling you, this is a first-hand example of what it's like. And I'm in the countryside. This is not even in the city. I'm in the countryside. And this is what the noise is like. So if you want to retire in Vietnam, it's not utopia. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. It's not utopia. So, rather than looking at the legal and financial aspects of it, I want to talk today about something that I haven't mentioned before, and that is it really what you want? Okay. On the good side, you can go to the bar every day and have a few beers. Yes. A rental apartment or room or whatever is a really good price. Like I'm paying, I've got a 2-bedroom apartment in a reasonable area. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing luxurious. Ambulances everywhere. Did you know that ambulances are actually privately run here? So basically, anyone can get a van, put the word ambulance on it, give it a siren and a light, and off you go. Most hospitals will have their own ambulance. There is no ambulance service as such, which is a real problem if you have a major accident or major problem trying to get an ambulance to come to you and pick you up, because it's, another struggle. Anyway, so, I live in a good area, and it's basically Vietnamese, but they do have a few foreigners there, and I pay $700 odd a month for my lovely apartment with 1 air conditioner, 2 bathrooms, and 2 bedrooms. So that's great, And if you're on a retirement income, that would be just amazing. I know some people are paying $700 a week back in Sydney, but there's more to that $700. Okay, so you're getting the cheap rental. Medical, you have to pay your own insurance, and you know what? I'd actually say pound for pound, medical and dental here in Vietnam is probably a damn sight cheaper than in Australia. Certainly the dental. On a cost basis, you can actually fly to Vietnam, get major dental work done, and fly back home, including like 2 or 3 weeks in a hotel, and still have more money in your pocket. And I went to the dentist yesterday. It cost me $15, $20 to have a checkup and a clean. $15 to $20, and I tell you, my dentists, I've been going to them for about 8 years, and they are absolutely schmicko perfect, wonderful. They've never done me wrong. totally professional, clean, and not the cheapest either. Not the cheapest dentist in Vietnam, but still $20 for a checkup. Oh my God, it's just unbelievable, isn't it? So there's all those other aspects. So let's get past the rental. The rental's gone. It's cheaper. Beers are cheaper. $2-3 a beer maybe if you want to go to somewhere decent. Cheaper. We know that. Okay. But what's not good? Okay. So I'm giving you the example today by sitting on the side of the road and listening to this noise as it comes past. You've seen the traffic. You know, it just eats away at you, and you've really got to have a purpose. A meaning to be able to embrace these challenges and still sit there and go, oh, you know, it's all right. I'm doing okay, and I know I'm in the right place. Now, look, I do know I'm in the right place. I've been living here for 10 years, and I know I'm living in the right place. Let me have a drink. But I work. I'm married to a Vietnamese citizen. I do charity work, I write for the newspaper, I do lots of cycling adventures, and let me tell you guys, if you're a bike rider, you've got to get on a bicycle and bring your bicycle to Vietnam and have some fun. It is amazing here, which I'll tell you about in another story. But if you're just an average Joe that wants to come and retire in an Asian country, it's actually really, really difficult, yeah? There is no such thing as any security of tenure. You know, you're not gonna get that visa. We've talked about visas before, so you're always on a hook saying, well, you know, maybe I won't have somewhere to go after the next 3 or 4 weeks, or 2 weeks, or 3 days. There is this constant noise, and it just wears you down. Eventually, you just start getting a bit antsy and shaky, and you know, you've got to escape it. Now, you can escape it. If you want to travel throughout Vietnam, go up to Dalat, you know, get up to the high country, or right out in the shrubs. When I say right out, you know, there is no such thing as right out, but there are some quiet areas out in the countryside that you can go to. One of them was Cu Chi, and I've got another video which I'll put a link up there to a resort in Cu Chi. But you can't live in a resort. You know, you got to live in suburbia. So the noise is one of the big wear-out factors. One of the other big wear-out factors that you might not get accustomed to is things like medicines, foods, and other things that you've been using for 10, 20, 30, 50, 70, 80 years. A lot of those things are not available. So you're having to do a whole full reset of your whole psyche, you know. You're gonna have to start eating different things for breakfast, different things for lunch, different things for dinner. Maybe medicines that you take are no longer available under the same brand. You got to try and find a substitute to that. And again, whilst the medicines are quite cheap, it can be a real challenge, yeah. And it can be that deal breaker that goes from being the right place to be to not the right place to be, and that's probably the biggest thing that I find with a lot of expats who come here after they retire, thinking they're coming to utopia. They get here 6 months down the track, and they're going, oh, hang on a second, I don't know if this is the right thing for me. After the honeymoon period wears off, you find the struggles of living here to be quite challenging. So my video today is all about that stop and think. Don't run into what you think is utopia and think that you can just go, my life's going to be great, because life's not so great in utopia. And I talk about Vietnam, but I mirror these comments for places like Cambodia, Thailand, the Philippines, and most other places through Southeast Asia. They are fantastic places to visit. They are fantastic holiday destinations. They have a fantastic community. They are even fantastic places to live if you have a purpose of living there. If you have a real purpose, if you're doing charity work and, you know, finding old Vietnam War bombs in Cambodia, or you know, something of purpose. It's fantastic and you love it. But the day that you don't have anything to do, it becomes a real struggle. So my advice to all you expats, all you foreigners that are thinking about retiring in Vietnam is really think seriously. Probably come over for 3 months, get a tourist visa, come for 3 months, bed yourself down into one section, like one town, say for example Vung Tau or Ho Chi Minh City. Bed yourself into that area, live there for 3 months, see what it's like, see if it's a place that you could get used to being there forever. And for some of you it might be, but for many it's not. Yeah? So I hope this has helped. I just love the fact that I've been able to sit on the side of a road and listen to this fucking noise that just goes on every day. It's a Sunday here, the quietest day of the week, and listen to this noise, man. Here comes a bike, bang, there he goes, and man, it just wears you down. Subscribe, which I think is down there. If you don't, you won't get to see all my other information that I'm going to pass out about living, working and experiencing Vietnam, which is really one of the great countries of the world. Yeah, more to come. See you next time.